Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you clicked on the video, you know what's up. You know what I'm going to bring motivation on today. You know what I'm bringing some tips and tools on today to help you to wise up and rise up inside of your life. With that being said, before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you guys, so you guys can stay motivated to help you guys to keep wising up and rising up inside of your life. And if you enjoyed this video after you watched it, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and join the Wise Up, Rise Up community on what I'm going to talk to you guys about later on to keep you guys inspired and motivated. That's exactly what I'm trying to do on this channel. So let's get into it. If you clicked on this video, you already know that I'm going to help you to get inspired and motivated on choosing you first. At the end of the day, how many times do you find yourself choosing other people before you choose yourself first? And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I seen an amazing video of Kevin Gates basically saying, choose you first. Choose you first, because at the end of the day, if you don't choose you first, nobody else is going to choose you first, right? You are the gatekeeper. You are the gatekeeper of your happiness. You are the gatekeeper of your life. You're the gatekeeper of everything inside of your life, whether that be happiness, love, prosperity, whatever it is that you desire. So you got to make sure that whatever you do inside of your life, you're always choosing yourself first. You're always putting yourself first. And I know for some people, they can think, okay, maybe that's selfish, but it's not, because how can you be a good person, be of service and be a good person for other people if you're not doing good to yourself, if you're not taking care of your mental health, if you're not taking care of your needs, if you're not taking care of your health in general, right? You can't be of service to other people if you're not taking care of yourself. And so many times we take care of other people before we take care of ourselves. We're in let's say a relationship. You're in a relationship and you give till you run yourself, like you drain yourself dry, giving to that other person. And in a blink of an eye, we expect, that other person to do the same, reciprocate back to us. But at the end of the day, they're just going to show you exactly what you're doing to yourself. Remember, people are a mirror of your reality, right? So if you're not taking care of yourself, then they ain't going to take care of you. They ain't going to treat you good. They ain't going to do anything for you because you're not doing it for yourself. And that's why it's always important to choose yourself first, whatever it is inside of life. Because at the end of the day, even let's say if you're a parent out there and you're listening to this and you have kids, right? Your reflection off of how your kids are going to treat themselves when they grow up as well. So if they see mommy and daddy are, not treating them, not putting themselves first, you're always doing for others, you're always draining yourself, what do you think is going to happen with your kids? They're going to go into that same pattern where they're forever going to put other people first. They're always going to take care of other people and not learn how important it is to take care of themselves, right? So that's why I say to you guys, choose yourself first, no matter the situation you're in, whether it be in a relationship, whether you have kids, whether you're family members, whether it be friends, whether it be a work environment, right? And I could say that about like the work environment as well. Let's say you're working at a job and you're giving all of your energy, your time, and you're missing out so much time and energy for spending with your kids, right? Because you're so focused on that job and doing this and doing that for that job. Look at that. You're first of all, you're losing time with yourself that you have on this earth, and then you're also losing that time with your kids, which means that your kids now are gonna grow into that same pattern of giving all their time and their whole life to a job, which at the end of the day, that job can fire you in the blink of an eye. That job can let you go. Some jobs don't even show you appreciation, right? Anything can happen with that job. So that's why it's so important to invest into yourself. Make sure that you're investing into your mental health. Like, what are you doing for your mental health? A lot of people go day to day and they don't even spend time with hearing their thoughts, right? And what do I mean by that? Tips, meditation, right? Or just sit with yourself with a good coffee in your hand and just talk to yourself, hear your thoughts, right? Because so many times we go through the day and we're so busy that we don't even hear our thoughts. But a lot of times the thoughts that we have are not even of our thoughts, right? So that's why it's so important to put yourself first throughout the day. What are you doing in the morning time? Are you watching the news? You're putting the news first. Are you waking up just to take care of the kids Are you waking up just to go to work? All those things is not putting yourself first. That's you putting other things first. Are you constantly just, taking care of your significant other in the morning time or at night or whatever throughout the day? Or are you constantly focusing on another person? What is that other person doing? Are they thinking about me? You're putting somebody else's first. If it's somebody else first, you're not putting yourself first. What about you? What about asking yourself, how are you doing today? How do you feel today? What's bothering you? Are you feeling a little bit hurt? How can I make you feel better? And that's putting yourself first. Even the simplest little things with asking yourself those questions. How are you doing today? How are you feeling today? Like acknowledging yourself, right? And not relying on other people to do it for you. Because at the end of the day, the only person that can treat you as good as you want to be treated is yourself. That's why it's so important, again, and I'm going to keep saying it throughout the whole video, putting yourself first comes before anything else, comes before loving another person, comes before love, a relationship, whatever it is that you desire outside of you. It always stems within you, right? What's going on within you and what are you doing for you, right? Because your reality of your outside reality is to become better when you treat yourself better, right? That's why, let's say you're in a toxic relationship, you get out of a toxic relationship, and then it's like you find yourself back into a toxic relationship because at the end of the day, you didn't do the inner work. You didn't do the inner healing. You didn't work on you to level up your outside reality. So how are you going to get into something better if you're not doing the inner work, if you're not healing, if you're not looking inward to fix what's going on with inside? You're just looking for a temporary bandage, right? And that's what I talked about on my TikTok, and I made a video about today, is because at the end of the day, we want temporary band-aids. Things are so accessible to us, and society has made things come so easy like this, for in the sense that if we want information, boom, we have our phone. If we want information, boom, we have the computer, right? We want food, Uber Eats, and it comes like this. We don't have to go out on the road anymore. It's super easy to get, and we are so conditioned to this fast-paced reality where everything comes at the blink of a finger. Nobody wants to do the work to understand that doing the work is a slow process. Doing the work takes time, right? Healing takes time. That's why a lot of times when you got out of a relationship, people are just like, I just want this feeling to be over. And then they look, right, for a quick fix. Whether it be that quick fix, you go have sex, right? And you think that quick fix, that sex is gonna make you feel better. So you jump in bed with somebody else. Or you go on a dating website to get attention from other men, but it's the wrong attention. It's men, looking for sex or flirting with you in a sexual way. That's not something you need right now, right? And then because you need to heal. You want somebody to love you. You don't want somebody to see you in a sexual way. You want love, right? And then you go and jump into another relationship. You go on a dating app, or you go on a date or whatever the case, and you jump back into a relationship. And then after that, you find out, man, this person is not what I wanted, or this person was just as toxic, or this person's, dodging me, or you find yourself back into a heartache again. There's so many stories that I heard on Facebook of people, getting back into toxic relationships right after they got out of one. And they're just like, man, what was I thinking? Because at the end of the day, we are a mirror of our outside reality is a reflection of what's going on inside. If you don't do the inner work, if you don't take the time to invest into yourself and put you first, and you keep looking for temporary bandages and temporary fixes to distract you, or help you not to live in the moment of what's really going on inside, that's exactly what these things are going to be. It's just temporary bandages, just temporary fixes. And you're constantly going to be in this cycle of never putting yourself first and always looking for the exterior to make you feel happy. And again, that's from anything. It could be your relationship with your kids, a relationship with work, relationship with your significant other, right? These things that we look for exterior to make us and fill us up inside, to make us feel happy, are just what it is, temporary fixes and temporary bandages, right? This is why people can become multimillionaires and literally still be inside, feel empty and not feel whole, because at the end of the day, that money is just a temporary fix. This is why somebody can jump into another relationship, right, and think that would have brought them happiness, and them still feel empty and whole, and then they look for that other person to make them feel whole and complete, and then that person sometimes lets them down, or that person, is not doing what they expected and what that other person wanted to fill that gap with inside of them. Temporary fix. So that's what I'm trying to say, you guys. At the end of the day, if you put yourself first and you narrow in and you focus on you all the time, right? That's when you can become a better person for everybody outside of you, and that's when your situation outside of you will also become better, right? Whether that be relationship with your kids, relationship at work, relationship with your significant other, everything else becomes better for you when you do the inner work and you work on you. Now, with that being said, trust me, anything that I talk about my YouTube channel, everybody knows. I've been there, done that. I've been doing the inner work for almost a year now, and it has changed my life completely. But do I find that sometimes, old thought patterns or, old actions that I would take, fumble back in and come out of surface sometimes? Yes. But at the end of the day, it's that a created pattern that I created to put myself first and work on me every day is what was able to catch myself and realign myself to what is good for me, right? So it's a process. It takes time. But I'm here to motivate you and inspire you, to let you know that you are damn well freaking worth it. You are worth it. You are God's greatest creation. You are destined for greatness. You are deserving to put yourself first and stop putting other people first. Because when you have such a kind heart, a loving heart, that's not a bad thing. That's a superpower, right? That's a superpower that not a lot of people have. Not a lot of people have such a big heart, such a kind heart. But then that big heart and that kind heart can also be your weakness, because that could be the reason why that you're feeling so much lack inside, because that big heart is giving to so much people and doing for so much people, right? And you're not fulfilling yourself. You're not giving back to yourself. You're not loving on yourself. So take that same energy and start putting it inward onto you. Start giving yourself all that love that you give outside to all these people and all these situations onto yourself. And stop looking for the temporary bandages to fix that emptiness within inside. You have that big heart for a reason. You're a giver for a reason, to give to yourself first, and then you can give to other people. Because again, if this is not right and this is not right, you're not doing any justice for anybody else out there, right? Those are just temporary bandages and temporary fixes that are going to make you feel good for a period of time, and then you're back to feeling empty, and you're back to feeling like there's not enough that's going to fix how you're feeling, right? So I hope this video has inspired you and uplifted you in some sort of way to start putting your damn self first. You are worthy. You are deserving to put you first. There is nothing wrong. It is not selfish to put yourself first, because once you can put yourself first, then you'll be at a certain level to do better for those people inside of your environment, to attract better inside of your life. So I say in all my videos, each one teach one, share the love, share the knowledge. If you have found this video valuable and you know anybody out there that is a giver and keeps giving, and is being hurt in the process because they're giving so much, and you find your friend, your family member, or somebody out there you see them always doing well for other people, but you see them always getting the short end of the stick, send this video to them. Help inspire them, help motivate them in some sort of way. The whole point of these YouTube videos is helping people to wise up and rise up inside of their life, because through knowledge and experience is what's going to help you to wise up and rise up inside of your life. And through these YouTube videos, that's what I want to help you guys to do, is to become wiser. So when you become wiser, then you can rise up inside of your life. If you guys also, again, if you guys enjoyed this video, join the Wise Up Rise Up community. You guys have an amazing Facebook Facebook group that I post up on there to help people to wise up and rise up inside of their life. I also have an amazing podcast with different content on there, you guys, called the Wise Up Rise Up podcast. It's on Spotify, it's on Anchor. I drop podcasts every Thursday, so stay tuned for that. And I also have an amazing TikTok that's growing amazingly. So if you're in a toxic relationship, or if you're going through a breakup, go follow that page. I give a lot of great motivation and content on there on how to help you to wise up and rise up inside of building yourself up after that breakup, or building yourself up while you're in that toxic relationship. I'll leave all the links in the comments, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. And again, let's wise up and rise up inside of our life, and let's get it